This morning we want to talk about three things with y'all, and why we chose Westminster. And I think Kate likes this story, and that's why she asked us to talk this morning.
Okay.
And one of those things is welcome, because we had lived in another country, lived in Australia, and we were finding our way back into America, and we were deciding where to live in all of the Metroplex. We could live anywhere we wanted to live, and so we wanted to make our life church-centered because we had missed church. And so I did all the research. I went on the website, so all those stats that Arlene does to make sure they're accurate on the website, that's a good thing. We like that. So we picked the churches, and we thought, okay, I'm going to put them in order of where we want to go. So we came here. And so we came, and we sat down. See, I'm talking a lot. And we sat down. Do you remember where we sat?
Right there. Over there.
Yeah, sat right there. And so we
still
sat
sit
down.
over there,
You
by
still
the
sit over there. We sat down, and what happened?
So it's a fairly well-worn story for most of you, but Pat Staley was the liturgist. So as we had come in, we'd been greeted by Harry, which everyone always is. And Pat Staley was the liturgist, and the first words out of her mouth were, "Welcome to our inclusive family of faith."
Where all are welcome.
Yeah. And to me, inclusion is, and that's what we talked about even before we came here. So having that word lead off. You go ahead.
Isn't he sweet? It's so good that Rob wants everyone to be included, and I do too, because we had gotten used to living in a place with so many different people where everyone didn't look or sound different, and it was so diverse that we yearned for that here. And people looked like us everywhere we went, and we didn't want that. We wanted diversity. And so those words coming from Pat's mouth and Harry greeting us at the door and not letting go really made us feel at home. And so after Pat said that, what happened?
So I said to Nina, do we really have to go to those other places?
And we didn't.
No.
And we've been here ever since. And we came back, and we came back, and we came back again. But that's not where the story ends. We got to go fast now.
You do.
So water is a huge portion of our Christian path, and specifically Rob's path. Rob didn't necessarily...
So I care a lot about the fact, I'll just jump in here and speed this up.
Go.
So I did care a lot about the fact that we had a partnership with Living Waters. It's something that's been very important to me. What Nina is alluding to is that water has always been a thing that shows up, going into the waters of baptism and all that. So that's the water part of the equation. Do we need to go any more?
No, but if you want to know more about that story, you should talk to Rob.
That's right.
That's
it's also
a good thing.
A well-worn story.
And something that is also really important is that when we walked into the doors, we knew that we wanted to find a home where we could contribute, because it's always been important to me to use the talents and gifts that God gave me, because I believe the scripture, my belief about the scripture is that if you don't use them, you lose them. And I like them. And so I want to keep learning and fine-tuning those skills and giving them away and giving them away and giving them away. But I hadn't been doing that for a while. And y'all were patient. And I appreciated that. And Colleen came up to me after the service and said, "Oh, I noticed that you hold your hymnal up a little bit high, like maybe you sang in a choir." And Elizabeth said, "Would you like to join the choir?" Because Elizabeth's always looking for somebody for the choir. By the way, if you're thinking about joining the choir, there's always room in the choir. And Rob loves a building. He just loves to take care of a building. And after the second time, he said, I could love that building. I could take care of that building, because our church in Alabama was 130 years old. It needed a lot of love. And he loved taking care of that building, and so he likes taking care of this building.
Should I speed this up again?
Yeah, sorry, we're running out of time. It's going down. Okay, so
the point is that we all have gifts. I think that's what Nina was alluding to. We do all have gifts, and we all have something. And it was very important for me to find out that my ability to fix things is actually one of my gifts. And if I don't give that away, then what am I doing with it? So I think that's the point that we're trying to make is that we're all blessed and we all have, we all want the best for everyone. And it's very important, in my mind, it's very important that we understand that our blessings are there because we are looking for a place to give them. And that's all I got to say about that.
And thank you. We love Westminster and
Yeah.
we are Westminster. Thanks.